Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Saturday, August 12th, 2023. I am leaving here in Celebration, Florida, here on Market Street, and heading over to Lakeland, Florida. About an hour commute. Traffic hopefully should not be too bad on Interstate 4. Just putting that out there into the universe. Hopefully I-4 giveth, I-4 taketh away. Today won't be too bad because it is a weekend. Maybe it won't be quite as bad. The Central Florida Collector Fest, or Collector Con, a collector conglomeration is happening at the former Lakeland Civic Center, now called something else. I'm heading over there and I'm inviting you to join me. It's hot. Shall you? Just a little afternoon. I believe the event transpires until 5 p.m. So time I get over there, I'll still have a couple hours. Excessive heat warning, which has been happening for the last series of days. It is 94 degrees, gonna get up to 97. With the humidity, it feels like it's 187. Not exactly, but yeah, it almost kind of makes you wanna take a little dip in that fountain, which is probably frowned upon. But it is toasty, to say the least. Thankfully, my car has AC. I'm gonna get going. There is no one sitting out here. There are some people over there in the fountain utilizing the little splash pad for the fountain, but there's not one person, even underneath the umbrellas, for shade. And this is so interesting. Anybody that comes to visit or anybody that I see down here, I always explain that here at the forefront of Lake Reinhardt, there's the sign that sometimes is here and sometimes is not. The whole time I've either lived here or even before that, you'll come out here and sometimes this is like stanchioned into the pond, and then other times it's not here. It's here today, but sometimes it's not. Very, very bizarre. Probably shouldn't be this close to the thing because Cool might be around. I don't see the gator anywhere though. There was one time Cool was just right there, sunning himself on the concrete. Self-pumping gas nozzle in full effect here at the Art Deco 7-Eleven, where price of gas, Central Florida price of gas, at least here in Celebration, is $3.91 a gallon. Well, let's call it $3.92 because you got that extra 9 on there. Always love the Art Deco 7-Eleven. Always gives me Hollywood vibes. Reminds me when I lived in Hollywood. Actually, all the Celebration kind of does. Now, it is noticeably cleaner, however. And a little bit less of a urine smell. I-4 was looking pretty good. The GPS only shows 35 minutes. The Lakeland Civic Center, former Lakeland Civic Center. There it is, the RP Funding Center. Of course, I know it as the Lakeland Civic Center, where I saw Nirvana on the In Utero tour, opening act The Breeders, way back in the day, early 90s. In fact, I believe the entrance was right over there. I've never really been able to figure out where the stage was, but it was in that building. They were cones. Parking this way. Check this out. This is the flyer from that night. 7 p.m. on November 28, 1993, which means in November it'll be 30 years. 30-year anniversary, if you will, of Nirvana playing right here in Lakeland, Florida. I was there. Pretty wild. It's been 3 decades. Time just goes so quick. Oh, I see a little Ghostbusters car down here. I don't really know what to expect about this little short convention. I think it's just a 1-day convention, or maybe a 2-day convention. This is the only day I'm going to it. Kind of interesting twist and story about that concert that I went to. My car broke down, and an officer like this was the one picked me up on the side of the road, gave me a ride to the show. He dropped me off out front. Got some interesting looks from the concert goers when they were like, Oh, this is interesting. Was this guy arrested? Nope, he's just getting dropped off at the show. This is like a little mini version of the Ecto. Right there. Got the lights on and everything. Florida Toy Shows and Expos. Or Expos is the one putting this on. Ah! Okay, this makes a little more sense. Jenkins Arena, that is where the show was. I'm here. It's like I'm gonna be in the exhibition hall, so I think the room I'm gonna be in might be this. It was the Jenkins, I'm gonna see if I can find the Jenkins Arena once I'm in there. So it's kind of on the other side of the building. So this is where you would walk up going to the Jenkins Arena, and there's the George Jenkins Arena right over in there. Totally not where the convention is though. The convention's on the other side. It's kind of a bigger area. Of course, George Jenkins came for Publix. He was the one that founded Publix, I believe. Who's in there? Now, as I first started to walk in, when I first got in here, paid the $15 admission, and as I was going in, I thought it was going to be like a Macho Man statue over here, snapping into a Slim Jim, but it was not a complete statue. It was a real person. So gave a $5 tip to get a photo. It said no free photos. Well, it said that on the sign, and then I got a photo and got a little video interaction. And there's just like there's definitely gonna be a lot of pop culture stuff here, kind of going through this. Just basically a one big room convention. It's definitely a lot of nostalgia, and it's gonna be a lot of, pop culture stuff. So that's basically what it's gonna be about. Even got the Empire metal lunchbox. You got the good rust on it, which is awesome. Shows its age. Imperial shuttle down here. Millennium Falcon. $125 for the Jabba the Hutt. I wonder if I should get that. Oh, these are cool. I remember these. Check out Rowdy Roddy right here. Mean Gene. These are great. $10. Ah, that Mean Gene for $10 is so good. Iron Sheik just passed away. I might get this Mean Gene. These are so awesome. Here's the Hulk. Nikolai Volkov. Andre. I might get. How much is the Andre? Andre the Giant, 84. Let me see how much this is. $10? $20 for Andre. Yeah, I'm gonna get Andre and Mean Gene. Some old classic clamshell Disney ones down here. It says VHS $1, which is a little bit lower than the prices that are on there. Of course, with Disney Plus and stuff. You know what one would be kind of good to get would be the Little Mermaid. His Little Mermaid 2 with the first Little Mermaid that had that kind of like adult-oriented front. It's kind of hard to find, and that's worth like a lot of money. They have a lot of wrestling stuff here. Check out the real Ghostbusters Fearsome Flush right over there. Some Batman stuff. There's a few celebrities as well. Jason London's here. Coogan from Adventures in Babysitting, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake's over there. This table over here has a lot of punk rock rubber duckies. Look at all those little mohawks and everything. Going through here, all the different sizes. Check out Bambi over here with the glowing eyes. This little Babe the Pig right here. This looks like the monkey from Wizard of Oz, one of the flying monkeys. $140. Is it 140 or just 40 with a little mark, a little Sharpie mark in front of it there?
I don't know. That's got to be 140.
140?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of the Jabba playsets. This one's 130, but there's another one over there in a little better shape with Salacious for 140. Is that kind of the going price?
I don't know. The last time I saw Jabba the Hutt, he was only like $20, but he didn't have the
whole
dais and everything
that's
else.
The thing. I think having this. Also, Greg's Game Room. He's here. A lot of Star Wars so far. I've already got a couple things. I got Andre and I got Mean Gene. I'll spend a little money. Some stuff I don't need. Oh, there's Lone Ranger there. These are just other assorted figurines and figures.
I have no idea who half of these are.
They're assorted. Oh, look at that, Burt Reynolds. Right there. That's got to be Burt Reynolds, right?
It looks like him, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. All right, they're announcing that Jake the Snake will only be here 5 more minutes. Jake the Snake Robert. I wonder if he has the python with him. If he takes a photo with a python, I would pay for that. With the python he had, right? I know it was a snake. Was it a python? Yeah, it was a python. Yeah, if the photo op included a big python around my neck and Jake the Snake Roberts next to him, I'd be a little more tempted to pay for a photo. That would be pretty dang cool if he did that. Holy cow, this Ewok set is $900. for those 8 Ewoks. All right, I now have a vintage speeder bike, mint condition. I put it together to make sure it was, actually it was 67, not 57, but yeah, I've been wanting to get this bag. I had this when I was young, and now I own it again. All right, now walking back over this way, so they got some Cypress Garden stuff here. So this is Kyle.
Hey, what's up?
Kyle knows a lot about this arena as well. Not just, you said you were at the Nirvana show also?
That's correct, 1993.
So tell me a couple other notable things that happened right inside this door.
December 12th, 1976, I want to say. Ace Frehley was on stage with Kiss and got electrocuted and wrote the song Shock Me.
Right inside here.
Right inside here.
And Prince.
That's right, Little Red Corvette. The video was filmed here as well.
Was he on stage?
Yes.
It's locked. It's locked. Dang it. Wow, I want to go in there. How do we get in there? Okay, I'm zoomed in. You can see the floor where the crowd usually stands, and the seats. I was standing right near the front of the stage. I was like 2 people behind the first row.
Absolutely. Back in the day where you could go on, get as close as you want.
Back in the day when I was a little more, little frivolous. It was in the pit.
Wow.
Slam dancing a little bit. If I did that now, I would be out of commission for about 6 years. Wow. What side was the stage on? Was the stage here or at the other end? Where do they, when they set it up, do they usually put the stage
in the middle, coming this way?
The stage is in the middle, coming this way.
Right.
So against that, down over that way.
Like where the basketball floor is at the end.
Okay.
Coming this way.
Wow. Yeah, it was November of 93, right? 93? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. This blows my
We're
mind.
going to have boys basketball this year, girls basketball, like always.
Oh, cool.
The Lakeland Magic is gone and he's downstate. In the tropics, we don't have the tropics.
Sure knows something the kids' videos.
Little Red Corvette. I didn't realize that till Kyle told me that. Wow. Yeah, this place was packed when Nirvana was here. So I think the stage was on either side. Some events will be in the middle.
Yeah, I've been working here like 12 years. I do operations, fix things, break things, stages, all that.
Pretty great bands like Queen.
Yeah, I've seen a few concerts here.
Right from here.
I'm from New York, but
I gotta think one of the maintenance guys was nice enough to let me in here. One thing I remember about that show, there were so many people. I was wedged to the front. I couldn't even really hardly, get enough oxygen to breathe. So I tried to climb up and crowd surf and get on top of the crowd, and the crowd pushed so heavily that I was wedged from my waist up. I was wedged in there for 2 songs, and I was 2 rows behind the security wall, and I was looking at Kurt Cobain, and he was looking at me while he's playing the guitar, and I was stuck there thinking to myself, I can't move. And then finally opened up a little bit, I crowd surfed my way out, went over the wall, went back around, caught my breath, went back in. Also, when they ended up going into Smells Like Teen Spirit, this entire floor, it was intense. It was like being at a Pantera show or something.
Gun shows, we used to have gun shows.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had all the churches, events in there. Freedom, life, and all that. No problem, man. You guys have a good day.
Yeah, thanks again. Thanks so much.
No problem.
That was awesome.
Couldn't work out any better.
Yeah. Man. This is what kind of blows my mind. So 30 years later.
Still the same.
No, but look at this. Well, it is the same, but this. Look at this. They're going to be. This is happening here.
Wow.
And this will end up being 2.5 weeks after the concert 30 years ago. Did you see Pearl Jam here too?
No, my wife, she's got a funny story on that. Back in the day, you'd have to show up at Ticketmaster, at your local Ticketmaster retailer. And if you remember, it was cash only.
Yeah.
So she waited in line forever with her dad, and then finally gets up there, gets 2 tickets, and they're like, "Oh, it's cash only." So they had to go to the ATM. By the time she came back, it was sold out.
But Pearl Jam played in there too?
Yeah.
Wow. And that was in the early 90s?
Yeah, 92.
So that was like the Even Flow days.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. He just told me that Queen played in there too. So this really is Florida's sweetest spot. If you're wondering where Florida's sweetest spot is, it's right here. Here's the marker. I didn't think we were going to get in there, and then he walked by and we're like, "Can we just get in and look? We got some memories in there." And he was like, "All right." Check out this car here, Jurassic Park vehicle. Okay, I showed the wrestling figures that I bought and the Return of the Jedi speeder bike. And my buddy Robbie Retro, he had a booth there. And he gave me the Adventures in Babysitting booth. He said this is a birthday present. My birthday was a couple days ago. And the Back to the Future truck. Check out that 4x4. So I want to say thanks to a good friend Robbie Retro. Now Greg and I, he's driving his car and I'm driving my car. We're gonna go over to the Lakeland Antique Mall, so it's just right down the road. As I'm pulling out of here, I just wanted to kind of flash back to 30 years ago when the officer dropped me off after my car was not doing too well. Drove me like 15 miles over to here, dropped me off. There's a bunch of people waiting to go in here. See Nirvana. Pulled up right here and I got out right at this spot, walked up these stairs. We meet again, Lakeland Antique Mall. Been to this place a bunch of times. Always a good stop off when in this area. The soothing sounds of sirens off in the distance, and here is looks like this is see this from Magic Kingdom? Tomorrowland Starjet right here. $35,000 if you would like that, Greg.
Awesome.
$35K. A steal.
Every time I see that ride at Magic Kingdom, I think the Starjets, but they're not called the Starjets anymore.
They're just called I just call them the Rockets.
The Rockets, but there it is, the Starjets.
That's the Starjets. And then inside, take a look. This is the Disneyland Space Mountain ride vehicle right here. Looks like we have some of the 7 dwarfs and then the Big Cheese himself in the very, very front. He's riding first row. You got Dopey around the back here. Even some Disney's Hollywood Studios. You got Vader and the Trooper up here for Star Wars weekends. I haven't had that in years. Star Tours 3, promoting Star Tours 3D. Oh my gosh, this is Disney MGM Studios Sci-Fi Dine-In with the Frisbee here. $45 for that. I've never seen a keychain from Celebration before. Also a few stickers here. It's classic Disneyland one. Look at this old MGM. I've never seen this one before. This is like an original MGM Studios sticker. And this Epcot Center around the world. Oh my gosh, look at this, $75. Do I need this? I do need this. It's an MGM license plate.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
I know, it's a cool crisp $75.
Wow.
Oh, here's the opening license plate right here.
That's the coming soon.
Should I get them both? Okay.
Both pretty awesome.
Sure.
What is that piece?
That's from Mickey Mania Parade in the 90s.
Oh, really?
It was on top of the float.
Yeah, parade float.
It was. An entire ark had all the animals.
Okay.
An ark of, an ark, like Noah's Ark. Yeah. Okay, so there's Nancy Kerrigan. So it's Happy Holidays, Mickey Mouse and Nancy Kerrigan. We see so it has the MGM logo on there. $18 for that one on Main Street.
Oh, there's the birthday cake castle.
I have a photo of me in front of that somewhere that I have to find. It's at my parents'.
I'll find it
Captain
eventually.
EO there. So that's Disneyland. Was it Captain EO Disneyland first?
Well, yes, but I believe this is for the Disney World one.
So
This is the Eyes and Ears. This is the cast member newsletter.
All right, I'm being allowed to sit in the old Disneyland ride vehicle. She's going to move a couple of the stuffed figures here, and they're going to let us sit inside, which is going to be pretty cool. Greg, you've never been to Disneyland, so
I've never been to Disneyland, so this will be my first Disneyland
That's good.
ride.
You got to sit in the front.
Well, okay.
Bump into Cinema Sickness here as well.
Hold on. Go with Retro Rest Stop. I really
Retro Rest
I really don't
Stop.
do Cinema Sickness anymore.
You don't?
No, kind of
Retro Rest Stop. All right. You're gonna do the picture with us in here too?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do it. I think we're leaving Dopey in the back. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my gosh, this is smaller than the ones now.
It is smaller.
Oh my gosh, there's no room here. You're a tall guy though. No, this is small. This is smaller than the
little.
ride vehicles now.
It is. This is an original one.
Holy moly!
You guys know what trash I'm saying? Yeah,
I don't
Hey,
want
guys.
Wazowski you. Make sure they're not Wazowski. All right, we're now gonna go sit in the Rob Zombie car. Dragon.
It's cool, right?
It's awesome.
You might as
So
well
this
be
is
able
from
to-
last year?
Isn't that what Eric said?
22.
19, sorry, 2019.
So 2019 was their 30th anniversary?
I think that's different. So this is from 2019, but when is the 30th?
So 2020 was their 30th.
Right.
Even though it probably didn't happen. Or no, it did happen.
Did it happen?
This is gonna hold us, right?
Oh yes, you're good. I wouldn't set you up. Trust me. Famous last words, right? Oh, this is it. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Did
hold on.
anything? Oh, you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
pay.
yeah,
They
that's right.
would walk away.
I paid. Well, we were in our car first, then we came to Eric. We paid you a
Those
while
are
back.
good.
We called Paige
I
Jerry.
came just as soon as I heard.
No, we paged Jerry,
Those are
and then
good.
finally she says, "How about 855?" Adam, you wanna look? You gonna get it from him, or you want your camera?
Oh,
shot?
yeah. We have the official photographer.
Yeah, none of us actually text each other.
No, we never Instagram these pictures, so we
They
never,
were
we're
in,
never gonna see these again.
They were in the Space Mountain car.
I figured they got locked in and.
That's what I was calling you.
Yeah, we almost
I've now made the commute about 5 miles from where I just was. Kind of backtracked from the antique museum, or the antique mall, Lakeland Antique Mall, back over towards the RP Funding Center to Fred's Market restaurant. Greg and I are gonna get a bite to eat in here. It's one of my favorite places to eat in Lakeland. I discovered this place when I went to the punk rock flea market 4, 5, 6 months ago. My buddy World of Micah introduced me to this place, and I've been here a number of times since. It's really, really good. Fred's Market. All right, I've sat down at the table. There's different options though. I think I'm gonna go with the salad table and only eat salad. But they have like different, they have soups, they have like vegetables, they have meat, things like that. All right, I asked them the salad plate because of unlimited salad and unlimited soup. So I get soup for the $13. That's not wrong. I think that's part of the salad there too. All right, gonna start off with the salads first. Got some pasta salad over the bow tie salad. Kind of reminds me of maybe a boomerang bow tie, if you will. Then you got a little tuna salad over here, cottage cheese, but with the Greg loaded up as well. You went with the one trip stuff, right?
Yeah, but I had to get as much on a plate as I could, so
You
I got
load
the
the
salad and the cottage cheese and the apple stuff.
So you get one veggie and meat plate, and then you get one salad plate. Unlike mine, I just got unlimited trips of the salad. This is black bean and pork soup. So I'm getting some black bean and pork. You see the big chunk of pork right there. All right, as always, pretty tasty. The state flag up here, U.S. flag. And I have now made it back home. Wanted to show everything I got. So I got the speeder bike, Mean Gene, Andre, Adventures in Babysitting book, Back to the Future 4x4. I got these I got at the collectible show. And these I got at the Lakeland Antique Mall. This original Disneyland sticker. And when MGM first opened, right there. Then you got Epcot. I also went ahead and got these two, which are very, very rare. This is interesting, because back when they used to put this on sale, these were only $3. Obviously now, for collectors, they're worth a heck of a lot more. And something else they really had that was awesome is all these pamphlets, which some of the stuff I was reading through, some of them I had never seen before. Like some of the photos that are in here. Maybe one day I'll show all these off in a little more detail. But these are booklets. This is like a 6 or 8 page book, so you're only seeing the top portions. But there's just so much behind the scenes stuff of my former favorite theme park in the early 90s. It opened in 89, but in the early 90s, 91, 92, 93, I was really, really into Disney MGM Studios. I mean, it was just like my favorite place ever. And it's just kind of neat to see some things that I've never seen before. You know, photos that I've either forgotten about or hadn't thought about in years. And there's Chevy Chase right there. back when he would do the Monster Sound Show as well. And then you got some of the behind the scenes stuff. Burt Reynolds doing Win, Lose, or Draw. So I'm interested in, of course, Eisner right there. Here's a layout of the land. Sneak preview of what it would be like. You know, opened in '89. This is back in May of '88. This one really kind of blew my mind. So you got the gangster there from Great Movie Ride, Carol Burnett, Burt Reynolds, and take a look at this. This is the first time I've ever seen this photo of Jim Varney there on the ride and John Cherry, the director and creator of Ernest. And this looks almost like it was the same time frame as Ernest Saves Christmas. In fact, Jim Varney looks to have his arm there on the truck he used in the filming of the scene where he takes the Christmas tree out, takes it into that facade house that was on the the MGM Studios backlot, which doesn't even exist anymore. It's where Galaxy's Edge is now, here in Batu East. Pretty good haul I got today. I spent a little bit of money, but I got some good stuff. Had some good lunch. I had some good dinner, I should say. It's getting late in the eve. And that's gonna do it for today. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.